Hi, and welcome to the February 2021 Bourne Review. I'm Susan Barlow. First, some headline news and announcements. COVID restrictions are lifted and restaurants can now be at full capacity as long as tables stay at 6 feet apart. That's good news for our Bourne restaurants. Beginning March 11th, all K-12 educators, child care workers, and K-12 school staff will be eligible to schedule a COVID-19 vaccine appointment. Annual town meeting is scheduled for May 3rd. The last day to register to vote for the annual town meeting is April 13th. Bourne's town election is May 18th. Are you thinking of running for an elected position? The following positions are open. Town moderator for 1 year. Selectmen sewer commissioners, 2 spots are available for 3 years. James Potter and Jared McDonald terms of office are expiring. Town clerk, 1 spot for 3 years. Member Board of Health, 2 spots for 3 years. Member Board of Health, 1 spot for 2 years. Trustee of the Jonathan Bourne Library, 2 spots for 3 years. Member of the Planning Board, 3 spots for 3 years. Trustee of the Community Building, a veteran, 1 spot for 3 years. Trustee for the Community Building, non-veteran, 1 spot for 3 years. Member School Committee, 2 spots for 3 years. Member Recreation Authority, 2 spots for 3 years. Member Housing Authority, 1 spot for 5 years. The last day to register to vote for a town election is April 28th. Nomination papers were released on February 16th. The last day to obtain nomination papers is March 26th. The last day to file back the nomination papers in the clerk's office is Tuesday, March 30th by 5 p.m. The last day to withdraw and notify the clerk's office that someone who filed nomination papers does not want to appear on the ballot is Thursday, April 15th by 5 p.m. Otherwise, that person's name will be on the ballot in accordance with their nomination papers. For more information, go to townofbourne.com and click on Clerk. Winter storms in early February caused houses on Salt Marsh Road in East Sandwich to topple off their foundations and onto the beaches and into the ocean. Also, several vehicles became stuck near the crest of the Bourne Bridge on Sunday, February 7th, in heavy snow. State police said vehicles were unable to make it over the crest of the bridge around 4:40 p.m. that day. The westbound side was shut down because of the snowy and icy conditions, and the Massachusetts Department of Transportation had to dispatch plows to clear the bridge. The state has approved the Upper Cape Regional Technical School as an immunization site. They hope to hold a single-day vaccination clinic, depending upon vaccine availability, possibly on March 19th, to dispense 1,997 first shots, pre-K through 12 staff in the Bourne, Sandwich, Falmouth, Mashpee, and Upper Cape Tech school districts. This includes all staff for these schools, such as custodians and bus drivers. The Monument Beach Puller Club presented the Bourne Food Pantry a donation of $14,500 raised from generous plungers and supporters of the 2021 Polar Plunge, held both in person and remotely on New Year's Day. Now for our top stories. Massachusetts is one of 4 hard-hit states for opioid deaths. Bourne and Sandwich are participating in the new Healing Communities study by the National Institute of Health in partnership with the Boston Medical Center. Bourne has seen a rise in overdoses in the past year. There were 75 overdoses in 2020, 64 in 2019, and 63 in 2018. This study will test a comprehensive, evidence-based approach which includes the wide distribution of naloxone, Narcan, to reverse overdoses with the aim of reducing opioid-related deaths in selected communities by 40% over 3 years. Better treatment, reducing the stigma attached to opioid addiction, and allowing anyone to obtain the nasal spray Narcan without a doctor's prescription. On February 24th, BTV recorded the Zoom meeting Complete Streets in Bourne by the Mass DOT and the Cape Cod Commission. The purpose of the meeting is to create a prioritization plan for Bourne. A complete street is one that provides safe and accessible options for modes of travel such as walking, biking, transit, and vehicles for people of all ages and abilities. The Bourne Rail Trail is an important part of the Complete Streets project. The goal is to connect the Canal Service Road to the Shining Sea Bike Path in North Falmouth, allowing riders to travel from the Bourne Bridge all the way to Woods Hole. Phase 1 is funded over $2 million for 2024. Phase 1 is a half-mile bike path from Canal Service Road to Monument Neck Road. Jared McDonald, speaking as a citizen and not as a selectman, voiced concerns about the speeding on Scenic Highway and that the proposed addition of a median strip to the highway will encourage speeding and discourage construction and development along the roadway. Mary Jane Mastrangelo asked about shoulders versus sidewalk construction. Also, a list of unaccepted roadways and accepted roadways would be helpful. Concerns were brought up about the metal bridge on Shore Road by the Pecasset River Marina, and also the intersection of Shore Road and Barlow's Landing Road. Town Administrator Anthony Schiavi said that the town is preparing to have that particular intersection re-engineered. Public comment period runs until March 21st. Use the mapping tool to select an area you wish to comment on, or email your comments to David Nolan at david.nolan@capecodcommission.org, or give him a call at 508-744-1228. Here's what's happening downtown. Major work continues on the Belmont Circle, aka the Buzzards Bay Rotary. The goal is to improve pedestrian and bicycle navigation around the circle by adding a 10-foot wide shared-use path for walkers and bikers around the entire circle, separated from the roadway by a grass strip, and installing hawk-type flashing lights at crosswalks. To avoid exacerbating summer traffic problems, Belmont Circle construction will only happen in the spring and the fall. Here's an update on COVID-19 and the race to vaccinate. The nation reached 500,000 COVID-19 deaths in February. 500 candles were lit at the White House, and a moment of silence was held commemorating this terrible milestone. Since March of 2020, 405 people with COVID-19 on Cape Cod have died. Both Pfizer, Moderna, and now the Johnson & Johnson one-dose vaccine are being administered in Massachusetts. When are you eligible to get your vaccination? Everyone in Phase 1 is now eligible. These include all hospital workers, nursing home workers and patients, long-term care facilities, first responders, congregate settings, home-based healthcare workers. Phase 2 is now in progress. Anyone 65 and older is eligible, or if you have 2 medical conditions as listed by the CDC. These are COPD, Down syndrome, heart conditions, immunocompromised state, obesity with a body mass index of 30 kilograms or higher. There is also a link to the BMI calculator on the site where you can put in your height and weight and it will give you your BMI. Pregnancy, sickle cell anemia, smoking or former smoker, type 2 diabetes, asthma, cerebrovascular disease, cystic fibrosis, hypertension or blood pressure, immunocompromised state from blood or bone marrow transplant, immune deficiencies, HIV, use of corticosteroids, or the use of other immune-weakening medicines, neurologic conditions such as dementia, liver disease, overweight, BMI greater than 25 kilograms, pulmonary fibrosis, thalassemia, and type 1 diabetes. Also, residents and staff of public and private low-income and affordable senior housing are eligible to receive the vaccine. President Biden told states to prioritize teachers, and they too will be eligible for vaccinations in Massachusetts starting on March 11th. Many Cape residents and those around the country are frustrated by the difficulty using the vaccine website maimmunizations.org run by PrepMod, which crashed the first week and then the following week sent people into waiting rooms for hundreds and sometimes thousands of minutes. Slow rollout of the vaccine is being blamed on vaccine shortages. Johnson & Johnson has partnered with Merck Pharmaceutical Company to speed up the production of the Johnson & Johnson single-shot vaccine. On Thursdays and only once per week, new appointments are available at the mass vaccination sites such as Gillette Stadium, Fenway Park, and Dartmouth, the old Circuit City building, and at the Natick Mall, as well as many sites in the western part of the state. After a multitude of Cape legislators contacted Governor Baker to protest a lack of vaccination sites on Cape Cod, a new mass vaccination site opening on Cape Cod Community College in the gymnasium. This replaces the Melody Tent site. Small sites such as CVS and Walgreens will open up appointments more frequently, so check back daily as new appointments become available at random times each day at these smaller sites. Many folks report that appointments are listed early in the morning around 6 a.m. or to 7:30 a.m. You also may want to download the Walgreens app to help make appointments at Walgreens. Also helpful in searching for vaccine appointments, check out Twitter at Vaccine Time. Be sure to enable notifications for Twitter. Or if you're having difficulty using the online booking system, call 211 and ask for help. You could be added to a callback list for when an appointment becomes available. Someone will call you and schedule your appointment for you. The United States has ramped up to approximately 2 million vaccinations per day. As of February 28th, 496,103 vaccines had been administered in Massachusetts. For Barnstable County, the total doses shipped is 20.9% of the county population. Here are the total coronavirus numbers since the beginning of the pandemic until March 2nd. Barnstable, 2,977 cases. Bourne, 1,032. Falmouth, 1,197. Mashpee, 627. Plymouth, 4,117. Sandwich, 898. Wareham, 1,335. You can see that Barnstable has 132 new cases as of the past 2 weeks with a 4% positivity rate. Bourne had 66 new cases and a positivity rate of almost 3%. Falmouth had 59 new cases with a positivity rate of 2.47%. Mashpee had 34 new cases with a positivity rate of 2.78%. Plymouth had 174 new cases with a positivity rate of 3.33%. And Sandwich has 62 new cases with a positivity rate of 4%. And Wareham, 61 new cases, a positivity rate of 3.66%. Drive-through testing is available at the Barnstable County Fairgrounds, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Tuesdays, and is free. Book your appointment in advance by calling 508-563-3200, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Additional information about testing, site hours, and scheduling is available at barnstablecountyhealth.org. Tests are $110 for those traveling from outside of Massachusetts and receiving this test to comply with state requirements for return. Visit mass.gov for daily updates. Also, check the town of Bourne.com website for local COVID updates. Call 211 if you feel ill or need help finding testing. Here's what's happening at the library. Every Wednesday at 10:30 a.m. in March, there's Story Walk, a self-guided story walk behind the library, which ends with a take-home craft. Every Thursday at 6 p.m., it's Bedtime Stories with Big Ryan. Each Friday at 10 a.m., swing by the library to pick up your take-and-make crafts for kids, and it's available during curbside pickup hours beginning at 10 a.m. and while supplies last. If you need more info, call Terry Johnson at 508-759-0600 extension 6106 or send her an email at tjohnson@bournelibrary.org. On February 24th, the library hosted a virtual Zoom art class in pastels. The participants had fun learning how to use pastels with their artist teacher, producing their own pastel paintings inspired by Georgia O'Keeffe's The Miracle Flower. Mental health issues related to our lockdown and the pandemic are especially hard for people with depression. The National Alliance on Mental Health have a 24-hour helpline at 800-950-6264. SafeLink is Massachusetts' statewide 24/7 toll-free domestic violence hotline and resource for anyone affected by domestic or dating violence. The Suicide Prevention Lifeline provides 24/7 free and confidential support for people in distress, prevention and crisis resources for you and your loved ones. Feeling depressed and need to talk to someone? Samaritans of Cape Cod and the islands will listen. Give them a call at 508-548-8900. Are you feeling a bit anxious? The pandemic has added a lot of stress to daily life. You can get help relaxing with some breathing exercise and short meditations by visiting virusanxiety.com. Bourne TV filmed some new exercise routines of the Council on Aging's popular exercise programs for seniors so you can work out and keep fit at home. 2 new routines were filmed in February: Guided Mindful Meditation with Sherry Best and Senior Fitness with Barbara Barsham. They are broadcast at 10 a.m. on Bourne TV Channel 13. They can also be found on townofbourne.com. Click on Council on Aging. Also on BourneTV.com's website, or watch it on your big screen on the YouTube channel. Just search for Bourne Community TV. Be sure to subscribe to Bourne Community TV's YouTube channel to keep up with what's happening in Bourne. The Bourne Food Pantry is once again accepting food donations as well as monetary donations. You can make any monetary donations to the Friends Food Pantry, P.O. Box 144, Buzzards Bay, Mass. 02532. The pantry is located at 20 Commerce Park in Pecasset, and it's open for clients for pickup of food by drive-through only. It's open Tuesdays 9 a.m. to noon. Don't hesitate to call them if you have an urgent need. For more information regarding donations or to schedule an appointment, give them a call at 508-759-3351 or check them out on Facebook at the Friends of Bourne Food Pantry. If you are in need of Meals on Wheels, or if you can volunteer to deliver meals, please call Elder Services of Cape Cod, 508-394-4630. Well, here's some beautiful photos by area photographers showing the beauty that surrounds us. take a look at the calendar. On Mondays, March 15th through March 29th, there's a family shoot-around basketball at the Bourne Community Gym on Main Street from 5:15 to 6 p.m. The cost is $5 and you can register at bournerec.com. On March 17th, which is St. Patrick's Day, the library is hosting a virtual trivia program. Call the library to register at 508-759-0600, extension 6302. There's Daffodil Days Festival will be held at Uptuxet on April 10th, featuring a car show, plant sale, and prepackaged food for purchase. The Council on Aging has to-go lunches by Sid's Kitchen. Call in your order at 508-759-0600, extension 5300. On March 16th at 10 a.m., the Council on Aging offers a Zoom discussion called Voyage of the Pilgrims. On March 18th at 10 a.m., the Council on Aging hosts a Zoom presentation for older adults focusing on tenants' rights and the eviction process during the pandemic. Cape Cod hospitals need blood. Visit capecodhealth.org to find a blood donation location near you. Donors in March will receive a Target gift card. Well, thanks for watching this episode of the Bourne Review. Stay safe, get vaccinated if you're eligible, and I'll see you next time.